On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Deceptive.
Tending to mislead or deceive either deliberately or inadvertently, causing one to believe what is not true or fail to believe what is true.
Examples:
Deceptive practices. Appearances are deceptive. The politician's statements were found to be deceptive and not based on fact.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Permanent.
Lasting for a long time without essential change.
Examples:
Literature of permanent value. Permanent life insurance. She is searching for a permanent residence.
Domain.
A specific sphere of influence or control, a specific field of knowledge or expertise.
Examples:
Domain of use. A dependent domain. The company's domain in the market was expanding to new territories.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Attitude.
The way you think and feel about someone or something.
Examples:
Attitude toward mistakes. Attitude control. She had the attitude that work was fun.
Protocol.
A set of rules or procedures for transmitting data or conducting a process or activity, especially in computer networks or scientific experiments, the initial or original version of an agreement.
Examples:
Draft a protocol. Protocol breach. The company has a strict protocol for handling sensitive information to ensure security.
Algorithm.
A set of rules or rigorous instructions typically used to solve a specific problem or to perform a computation.
Examples:
The RSA algorithm. Algorithm for image processing. We can evaluate the performance of an algorithm in terms of computation time.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Bandwidth.
The amount of data that can be transmitted or processed at one time, often used to describe the capacity of electronic communication or computing systems.
Examples:
Bandwidth allocation. Increase bandwidth. I don't have the bandwidth to take on any new projects, as I'm already working on multiple assignments.
Communist.
Relating to or supporting the political ideology of communism, equals a form of socialism that abolishes private ownership.
Examples:
Communist Party. Communist activist. During the Cold War, many countries feared the spread of communist ideology.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Rough.
Not quite exact or correct, having or caused by an irregular surface.
Examples:
Rough and tough. Rough estimation. The vehicle bounced along the rough mountain road.
Calculation.
The act or process of using numbers to judge an amount of something.
Examples:
Make a calculation. Calculation of loss and gain. The error in the calculation was attributable to rounding.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
a vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Deliberate.
Done with full consciousness of nature and effects rather than by accident.
Examples:
the deliberate act of provocation. Deliberate attempt. Despite its advanced science and technology, the empire was deliberate about invasion.
Instance:
a particular example or single occurrence of something.
Examples:
for instance. Notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Censor.
A person or institution responsible for examining books, movies, and other forms of media to determine if they are harmful or offensive and should be banned or altered. An official in charge of banning or suppressing information.
Examples:
censor a book. Censor a TV program. The newspaper editor decided to censor the controversial headline to avoid backlash.
Internal.
Of or relating to the inside of something.
Examples:
internal organs. The internal economy. The Prime Minister cancelled visits to other countries to resolve internal disputes.
Intent.
A strong determination or attention to do or achieve something. Adjective, having a strong determination to do or achieve something.
Examples:
the intent of a question. Intent gaze. The designer's intent was to create a minimalist aesthetic for the interior of the building.
Screw.
To turn something, such as a bolt, with a driver or wrench to tighten or loosen it. Noun, a cylindrical rod with a helical ridge used to fasten things together.
Examples:
screw the cap. A female screw. He had to screw the loose knob back onto the cabinet door.
Bug.
Any tiny insect, a fault or defect in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples:
bug bites. Number of bug fixes. I found a stink bug crawling across the ceiling.
Rout.
A disorderly retreat or defeat of an army or group, a decisive defeat.
Examples:
route march. Cricket team's rout. The football team suffered a humiliating rout in the championship game.
Percentage.
the number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per hundred.
Examples:
the percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Traffic.
The movement of vehicles, people, or goods along a route or through a transport system. The amount of such movement in a particular place or at a particular time.
Examples:
traffic jam. Heavy traffic. We decided to take a detour to avoid the construction traffic on the main road. Military. Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare. Examples: a military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training. Installation. The act or process of fixing furniture, a machine, or a piece of equipment into position so that it can be used. The act or process of putting into an office or a position. Examples: installation fee. A medical installation. The Queen attested the installation of state ministers to their portfolios. Telecom. A shortened form of telecommunications, the communication of information over long distances through various means such as phones, television, radio, and the Internet. Examples: telecom industry. Telecom service providers. The telecom company is planning to launch a new smartphone next month. Dishonest. Capable of being corrupted, not honest. Examples: dishonest politicians. Promote dishonest behavior. Often in drama, dishonest personalities gain popularity. Statistics. The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data. Examples: statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems. Nuclear. Of or relating to or constituting the nucleus of an atom, deriving destructive energy from the release of atomic energy. Examples: nuclear fusion. Use of nuclear power. Many countries have now agreed to a treaty banning the use of nuclear weapons. Facility. A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry. Examples: a cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants. Claim. To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Creditor:
A person, company, etc., to whom a debtor owes money.
Examples:
The creditor's claims. Bankrupt creditor. I asked the lawyer to initiate creditor negotiations for voluntary liquidation.
Industrial:
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Disconnect:
To unfasten or disjoin something, especially to break the connection between a supply of gas, water, or electricity and a piece of equipment.
Examples:
Disconnect a plug. Disconnect the water supply. She finally decided to disconnect herself from the company.
Smuggle:
To import or export something or someone without paying appropriate customs duties, often illegally.
Examples:
Smuggle drugs. Smuggle herself out of a country. He was able to smuggle a gun inside the prison.
Software:
A set of computer programs and associated documentation and data for doing particular computational jobs.
Examples:
Software architect. Copyrighted software. The company specializes in both hardware and software.
Centrifuge:
A machine that uses centrifugal force equals a type of inertial force that appears to act on an object moving in a circular path and is directed away from the center to separate substances of different densities, especially to separate liquids from solids.
Examples:
Centrifuge tube. Ultra-high-speed centrifuges. The laboratory technician placed the blood samples in the centrifuge to separate the different components.
Destroy:
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples:
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Refinery:
A facility that is used to process, purify, and refine raw materials such as oil or metal into a more useful or valuable form.
Examples:
Hydrogen refinery. Refinery operations. The oil refinery was shut down due to safety concerns after a major accident.
Pharmaceutical:
Relating to the production and selling of the medical drugs.
Examples:
Major pharmaceutical companies. Commercial pharmaceutical products. She gave money to help set up a pharmaceutical laboratory.
Semiconductor.
A material or substance that can conduct electricity under certain conditions, but not others, often used in electronic devices.
Examples:
Semiconductor industry. Semiconductor device. The company develops and sells semiconductor memory for use in computers and servers.
Cyberattack.
An attempt to damage, disrupt, or gain unauthorized access to a computer system or network.
Examples:
Cyberattack prevention. Cyberattack defense system. The hackers launched a devastating cyberattack, stealing sensitive information from the company's servers.
Surprisingly.
In a way that causes amazement or wonder.
Examples:
Surprisingly advanced culture. Have surprisingly little effect. The exam was surprisingly tricky for everyone.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Medium.
Of a size, amount, or level that is average or intermediate. Noun, a means or instrumentality for storing or communicating information.
Examples:
Medium color. An advertising medium. The medium-sized shirt fits him perfectly.
Fragile.
Delicate or easily broken or damaged.
Examples:
Politically fragile nation. Fragile ecosystem. The vase was made of fragile ceramic and easily broke when it was dropped.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Exchange.
To give something and receive something else in return, often with the implication that the items being traded are of equal or comparable value. Noun, the act of giving or taking something in return for something else. A place or system where goods or services can be bought, sold, or traded.
Examples:
Exchange rate. Exchange a few friendly words. My sister and I frequently exchange books as we love reading.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, To come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Negative:
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Nod:
To lower and raise one's head, sometimes several times, as to show approval, agreement, greeting, or confirmation.
Examples:
Nod at each other. Nod courteously. She nodded quietly in response to the question.
Clog:
To obstruct or block up a passage, pipe, or system with an accumulation of thick or sticky matter, to impede or hinder the progress or movement of something.
Examples:
Clog a filter. Clog artery. The drain was clogged with hair and needed to be cleaned out.
Administrator:
A person or organization responsible for managing and directing the affairs of a business, institution, government agency, or other organization, someone who administers, regulates, or supervises.
Examples:
School administrator. Network administrator. The university's administrator announced new policies regarding campus safety.
Cable:
A set of wires covered by plastic or rubber that carries electricity, phone signals, etc. A solid thick rope made of twisted hemp or steel wire.
Examples:
Cable television. Coaxial cable. This system uses submarine cables to exchange information between continents.
Lax:
Not strict or severe, relaxed or lenient.
Examples:
Lax border controls. Lax attitude. The lax security measures allowed the thief to enter the building easily.
Pump:
To cause water, air, gas, etc. to move from one place to another by using mechanical equipment, to get or supply something such as money, information, etc. in significant quantities.
Examples:
Pump a secret out of success. Pump blood throughout the body. He was alert and could not pump any critical information out of him.
Increasingly:
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Function:
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
function properly, immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Administer.
To oversee and control the operation or arrangement of something.
Examples:
administer justice, administer the funds. After the accident, 3 governmental bodies administer the company.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
a remote relative, relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Independence.
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
financial independence, independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Sneak.
To go somewhere, or take someone or something somewhere secretly or stealthily. To steal or do something secretly or stealthily.
Examples:
sneak a cigarette, sneak out of danger. The children tried to sneak out and eat the candy.
Tempting.
Likely to attract or persuade someone to do something, especially something that may not be wise or safe.
Examples:
tempting offer, sound very tempting. The chocolate cake was too tempting for me to resist.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
modern poetry, pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Rocket.
A large tube-shaped object that moves very first by a stream of gases let out behind it, used for space travel or as a weapon.
Examples:
rocket attack against the enemy, rocket fuel. The rocket launch platform is visible from this hill.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Emergent.
Starting to exist or view, or to become known.
Examples:
emergent repair of an aorta. An emergent republic. Extensive areas of emergent plants are usually called marsh.
Skepticism.
An attitude of doubting or questioning that claims or statements are true or valuable or that something will happen, the disbelief in any claims of ultimate knowledge.
Examples:
Natural skepticism. Skepticism toward bureaucracy. This party expresses skepticism about the efficacy of the health insurance system.
Economical.
Providing a satisfactory return on the money, time, or effort, not using more money, fuel, etc. than necessary.
Examples:
economical use of her time. An economical meal. It is more economical to wash your plastic bottle and reuse it.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Constantly.
All the time.
Examples:
a constantly innovative enterprise. A constantly varying mind. The mobile application industry is constantly changing.
Reconfigure.
To change the configuration or arrangement of something, often to improve its performance or functionality.
Examples:
reconfigure the network. Reconfigure the operating system. We need to reconfigure the office layout to use the space better.
Disaster.
An unexpected event or series of events that cause widespread damage, destruction, or loss of life.
Examples:
global disaster. Disaster recovery. The disaster response team worked around the clock to aid those affected by the earthquake.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Denial.
A statement that something is not true or does not exist.
Examples:
state of denial. An absolute denial. She gave us a categorical denial of the scandal.
Necessarily.
In an essential manner, in such a way as could not be otherwise.
Examples:
not necessarily a problem. Necessarily true. This accident was something that happened necessarily.
Depart.
To go away or leave, especially to start a journey.
Examples:
arrive and depart on time. Depart from the faith. We departed before the temperature fell below zero.
Fuel.
A substance that is typically burned to generate heat or energy.
Examples:
biomass fuel. Smokeless fuel. The manufacturing sector was most severely impacted by the fuel scarcity.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
a technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Fiber.
Thread or filament used to make a vegetable tissue, mineral material, or textile.
Examples:
carbon fiber. Synthetic fiber. We must consume dietary fiber to maintain good health.
Wireless.
Of or relating a connection or communication that does not require a physical wire or cable, often through the use of radio waves or electromagnetic signals.
Examples:
wireless access. Wireless charging. The office's wireless network allows employees to work from anywhere in the building.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure. Infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner. Definitely. Without any question and beyond doubt, clearly. Examples: definitely become a problem. Say definitely. The paper is definitely worth reading thoroughly. Confer. To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, To bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.